Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, if this is your first time being on my live, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I would definitely appreciate it. I really, really would appreciate it. I'm sorry, everyone. I've been late on this live. I had a lot going on this week. There's a lot of things going on that happened this week. So I apologize for being late. So please forgive me. Sorry about that. So I'm just gonna wait till people start coming into the live. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Easy, what's up, man? How you doing, brother? Easy, so good to see you, man. I'll be back out there in Colombia pretty soon. I appreciate for being late, man. I got hit with some devastating news. Yeah, I got hit with some devastating news. I'm gonna tell you all about it on the next live. I hope everybody didn't forget about me. Yeah, I was supposed to be on yesterday, but I had to work yesterday. So easy is so good, man. So good to see you. So I'm just gonna wait for more people to come into the live. I know I usually here every weekend, but I had to miss the last weekend. I apologize for that. So I'm gonna wait for more people to come into the live stream. I hope everybody shows up today. I know people watching a lot of football that's going on, but we got quite a bit to cover today. Tonight, I got a lot of information for you. I got some jobs reports. Doesn't look very, very good for the economy right now. Oh, you enjoy Becaranda? Oh, good, good. I heard really good things about that. That's a spot that a lot of people don't really visit very often. Let's book a Baranga. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it, bro. I will be in Medellin pretty soon, so um, I can't wait to go. So I'm just gonna wait for more people to come in. You're the only one here, easy. I hope everybody comes. So I'm just gonna wait for a while, wait for more people to come in. I only see you. You're the only one I see. Okay, I'm just gonna wait for a moment, wait for everybody to come in. Let's see. It's tourist city for Colombia. Yeah, yeah. You talk about Boca Raton or you talking about Medellin, easy? Yeah, Medellin is a tourist city. Lots of tourists there. Yep, there's a lot of tourists there. Look like I see two people. Oh, Boca Raton. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. When you came on the show, man, it looked like it was a very touristy place. Yeah, yeah, Medellin as well. Absolutely, absolutely. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, well, I only see two people in so far. There's somebody else is here. I usually start the live when it gets to four, usually. I only see two people. I was going to just be patiently wait for more people to come in. So how was your weekend? Easy. Where are you now? Are you still in Colombia or are you in Brazil? Yeah, usually I don't do the live on Monday. I usually do it on Thursdays. But I'm trying to make up for last week. Okay, now I see 3 people coming in. Okay. Well, I'm going to get things started. We got 3 people. Oh, you still there? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That is so cool. That is so cool, man. I wish I could stay in Colombia over a month. Okay, we're going to get started. We're getting ready. Let's see here. Get ready to play my... Let's see here. Okay, hold on for 1 second, guys. Let's see here. Hey, what's up, Marcus? How you doing, sir? How you doing? You doing okay, sir? Good to see you. Sorry for being late, man. Here's good Jim. Meaning nature. But yeah, it seemed like it. Yes, sir. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yep, it does. All right, here we go.
Tony Realm Live.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Hello, Marcus. How you doing, sir? How are you, sir? Yeah, man, I want to apologize, man. This week, it's been a lot going on this week. It's been a very hectic week. So I apologize for being, sorry for being late. Usually I come here every Thursday. And I had some really challenging things going on this week, but I hope people just will bear with me. So I'm still waiting for everybody. It's been 7 minutes. I still haven't seen anybody. I usually don't do the lives on Monday, so maybe that's the reason why. You say you're just chilling. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, Easy is still in Colombia. Yeah. That is so cool. That is so cool, man. I wish I could be in Colombia for over a week. That would be excellent. Let's see. How about Jerry? Did you know that Razor did a stream with him? No. I heard about it though. Yes, I heard about it. How was the stream with them? I don't know. Jay really messed up, you know. He really messed up. Yeah, I'm still waiting on people to come into the live tonight. You say you live in an inexpensive hotel so I can stay longer. Okay, cool. Cool. How much does the hotels per night for where you stay at? You have to give me the name, but the price. How much does it cost? I'm just curious about the cost. How much does it cost? You say you live in an inexpensive hotel. Um, oh wow, that's it. $10 a night. Oh yeah, $10 a night. That is really cool, man. Wow, $10 a night. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, that is crazy, man. That is awesome. Does the hotel you stay in, does it have a shower? Um, let's see. No, really good, but it's in Central. No, really good, but the Central. Okay. Private room was a shower and bath. Okay, with a shower and bath. Okay, okay. For $10 a night, that's not bad at all. A Colombia professional scammer got fooled with prop money. He said Colombia professional scammer got fooled with prop money. What you talking about, Mark? Room have a private room and a shop. That's not bad for $10 though, and you can stay a very long time. Is it like one of those what you call it? What you call those places where everybody kind of like live together? I'm trying to think the name of it. Man, I can't think of it. Is it like one of them? You know what I'm talking about, right? When you have like a bunch of people like living together in a unit. What's the name? Oh, you use a 14. Okay, the discount on booking 20% off. Okay. You said Obi-Land did a setup on a scammer and fooled him with. Oh yeah, I seen that. Yeah. The guy was going around scamming people. I saw that. Yes, I did see that. Yes, I did see that. I have a discount on booking 20%. Okay, we did that already. You talk about dormitory. That's another name for it. They call it. I'm trying to think what it is. I can't remember the name of it. It's another name that people live together. I'm trying to think of the name. I can't remember the name. But there's a name that everybody like kind of like lives together in a unit, like hostels. Yes, that's it. Hostels. Yeah. Mr. David, what's up, salute, brother? What's going on, man? Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. Hey, I apologize, y'all, for being late. I was missing last week, but I had got some very scary news, man. Another American got life in jail for the same thing, and he used to visit Medellin. Wow. Got life in jail. He probably was doing something illegal. Salute, man. Salute, brother. Salute. Yeah, guys, I got hit with some devastating news this week. That's why I'm late this time. But I'm going to tell you guys on the next live what happened. I heard someone say that the U.S. Police Department and Medellin Police is working together to take down guys who do sex exploitation. Yeah, they probably is. Yeah, they cracking down, man. They are cracking down. Medellin and not playing around. I heard a rumor too. I heard somebody tell me they said that the hotels, let's say if you have a guest, if you bring a girl as a guest, you used to have to pay maybe like $35 to have an extra person on your guest list. But this is what I'm hearing. I heard now if you have another girl that comes to the hotel, you have to pay $250 American for her to come. Yeah, they are cracking down. Bad tourism is making it bad for everybody, but I'm in a hotel. I can bring girlfriends back. Just be careful, man. They are really cracking down. They are really cracking down. When you heading to the land of milk, it's this month. I'm going back this month. So I'm not letting everybody know the exact day because The last time I went, somebody was there waiting for me on the exact day I went, and it was a very suspicious person. So I don't give the exact date when I'm arriving, but I will be arriving there. And Barbie's on standby. She's on standby. DC Bourne said he gives his props to the cops. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's getting pretty bad. It's getting pretty bad. Okay, guys, we got 4 people in the chat so far. I hope more people come. We're going to jump into the economic collapse right quick. There's a lot going on. The job numbers were very, very bad for August. There were only 20,000 jobs that was created last month of August. And the unemployment numbers are going up. Let me see. The Colombian cops followed him to Miami and took... Oh, wow. Wow, the Colombian cops followed him to Miami and took him in. Oh, wow. Was he like messing with minors or something like that, Marcus? He had to be doing something very illegal for them to do that. And it makes us look so freaking bad. It makes us all look terrible. Let me see. Okay. Well, they were working with the U.S. Police Department in Miami. Okay, they were working with the U.S. Okay. Yeah. Did you know that we have a law here in the States that even if you go to another country and commit those type of crimes, you will be charged in the United States too. You will go to jail in the U.S. too. They will prosecute you for that too. It's not just limited to that country, but if you do something illegal like as exploitation of minors, they will arrest you in that country, and they will arrest you in the United States. That is true. I don't know why people think they can go to Colombia and commit those type of crimes. I do not understand. Let me see. In the U.S., it's called, everybody's up until they're 18. They are grown. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Okay, guys, I'm going to move on with the economic collapse. Then we're going to jump in on the Scopolamine queen that the Flyboy went encountered in Cali, Colombia. Okay? So here we go, man. Here we go.
But it hurts. This is not like I did something wrong. Anyways, so that's how my morning's going.
Got laid off from Kroger.
I really, really liked what I was doing.
Kroger is laying off 1,000 employees in the red state of Ohio. Cincinnati, Ohio is a red state that voted for this administration. Look at this. Kroger, grocery store chain, is laying off 1,000 people in this area. Right now, layoffs are rampant. Companies are losing billions because of tariffs. Companies are losing money because people are not shopping, because they're being laid off. People are afraid of what's going on in the economy. Yes, this is an economic crisis. A recession is coming, and maybe even something worse. If you did not know, there are over 7 million people unemployed right now in the United States. The second week of August, 235,000 new unemployed people hit the job. Layoffs are rampant. Please get your finances in order. Do not buy anything right now.
To actually come on here and post a video, but I'm really at the end of my rope, and I'm not sure what else to do. So a little bit of backstory. I worked as a director of client delivery and also a director of operations at a Fortune 15 organization for the last 2 years. Before that, I was a director of operations at a different company. So I've worked really hard. I have 3 degrees. I have an MBA. Worked really hard throughout my life to get into corporate America and rise through the ranks and do a really good job. Loved my job, was at a great organization, but corporate America, and I was laid off with 136 of my colleagues back in November of 2024. I knew the job market was brutal. I didn't realize it was this brutal.
Let me tell you guys what's happening in the job market is that more people are getting laid off, but there are lesser jobs to go around for. So we're getting this ratio when you got thousands of people are becoming laid off, but it's hard for them to find employment because there's not enough jobs to go around. And wait till you find out what they're doing.
I still have not found employment. I've applied to well over 300 jobs. I've had some interviews. I get to final rounds. It's always somebody else that they go with. So I know that it's not my experience. It's just someone maybe that has more experience than I do. I don't know. But I'm at the point where I've exhausted everything. I'm a single parent, so I'm the only earner. I have exhausted my severance package. I've exhausted my savings. I've exhausted my Fidelity accounts, all of my stock. Everything's gone. I'm down to the last bit to get me through the next few weeks. On top of it, my landlord has told me that he is selling the house that I rent from him that I've been in for the last 3 years. He's selling that at the end of my lease, which is up at the end of August. So if you know anything about renting, you can't go get a new place if you can't show proof of employment.
I advise everybody to have a passive income, man, because things are getting ready to get really nasty. We had a jobs report which only 20,000 jobs were added. That's very low. All the stocks is going fine, man. Everything's going good. Yeah, I invest all the time. Well, if I got more people, on this channel, what I'm saying, I would do a lot of stocks. But, I'm a small channel. I would love to do things, show you guys stocks and everything. But I bring you guys the economic collapse just to let you know what's coming. But people don't want to hear this type of content. But I guarantee you, when I go to Colombia and I have all those girls on my videos, I guarantee you my numbers will go up. I think gold is the best thing that you can buy right now. Gold is the best thing you can buy right now, Marcus. Yep. I would buy gold if I were you. And I bring this stuff I bring the economic collapse along with the travel space, because we're going to talk about the travel space too. I got some very interesting information. But I just want you guys to be prepared for what's coming, man. A lot of people ain't ready. And matter of fact, the jobs report, I got a guy here named Richard Fain. He's going to tell you about the jobs report and everything. I take a lot of information from this guy. So I just want you guys to be financially prepared, financially secured, and be able to weather the storm that's coming. Because most people don't even have 2 months to pay their rent if they got laid off. Listen to this woman right here. She's down to her last, and there's a possibility that her and her kids can be put out into the streets. This is happening across America. This is happening all across America, people losing their jobs. So I'm not doing this to be doom and gloom, but I'm trying to tell you all that you need to start preparing for what's to come. And when we got those job numbers that came in for August, only 20,000 people was added to the jobs. That's extremely low. Where from did you mind sharing? Wait a minute. What do you mean? I don't understand. You could go to any gold brokerage, like because I had a woman that talked about gold on here, but nobody watched that video. Her name was Lynette Zhang, and she was a gold expert, and I did a video on it. But see, nobody on here, like you guys, like Chris, you and Marcus, nobody wants to hear about that type of stuff. Everybody wants to hear just trauma stuff. So that's why I don't talk about it very much. But I did a complete video about buying gold. Yeah, that's true. Some of it could be scams. Yep, you're right. Some of it can be scams. That's true. But I did a video on purchasing gold about a month ago. So okay, I'm just going to show some. I don't see many people here today, so I'm gonna let you hear what Richard was talking about the jobs report, about what's going on with the economy. Then we can jump over into the economic collapse. Tell you more about what's going on. That means that you can't just pick up anything because it says gold we sell. Yeah, type in Lynette Zhang on YouTube, Marcus. Go on YouTube and type in Lynette Zhang. That's her name. Her name is Lynette Zhang, and she talks about gold. Okay? And she would direct you in the right direction of purchasing gold.
Report. Well, Richard, how can Trump sabotage the jobs report? Well, let me let you know how he does it. Last month, in August, Trump fired the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics. He fired her because the July jobs report came out significantly underperforming what the experts expected the economy to do when it comes to adding jobs. Remember, economists had the economy adding like over 100,000 jobs in July, but we only added 75,000 jobs. Trump fired the lady who was in charge of the Bureau of Labor Statistics because of that report.
He sure did.
But was that planned? I think it was. Here's why. When Trump fired this lady, he put his own guy in.
He sure did.
So now all of a sudden you get the August jobs report, and it's even worse than the July's jobs report.
Yep.
And this is Trump's guy who is in charge of the Bureau of Labor Statistics.
His name is Richard Fain. He's a really smart guy.
This is all Trump's jobs report, guys. Let's go through the numbers, and I'm gonna give you my little feedback. Again, guys, just my feedback. You don't have to agree. It's just my feedback and my opinion. But here we go. Here are the numbers, guys. Here are the numbers.
Richard Fain.
The stock market is experiencing a notable downturn today. Why? Because of this
information.
Jobs report. August jobs report. The report revealed that the U.S. employers added only 22,000 jobs. Guys, in all.
You hear what he said? They only added 22,000 jobs in August. It wasn't that bad during the pandemic.
August. significantly below the 75,000 jobs economists had predicted. Low. So that he can guarantee rate cuts. Remember, we got this $6 to $9 trillion in debt coming due, short-term debt. What do you mean short-term debt? Well, America borrows money to run the country, guys, and they issue treasury bonds, treasury notes, treasury bills in order to borrow money to run our country. Some of that debt, remember, we got $37 trillion in national debt. 37 trillion.
Preach.
You got to pay the interest on that debt, guys.
Yep, we got to pay the interest.
Can you go out and just do the math on $37 trillion, guys, in debt? There are interest rates tied to that debt, varying interest rates. We got a $6 to $9 trillion block of that debt coming due. Here's the thing why Trump wants to cut interest rates. He wants that debt renewed or refinanced or however you want to call it, reset at a lower interest rate. The only way that happens is if the Federal Reserve lowers the Fed funds rate. That's the only way it happens. So how does he force the Federal Reserve to do that? Monkeys around with the labor statistics, right? He monkeys around with the labor statistics, artificially put them in the crapper. And now, guess what? On September 17th, there's almost a 100% chance that the Fed will reduce rates on September 17th. Just because of this report today. Go out and look at the statistics, guys. Go out and look at the numbers. You ain't got to take my word for it. I'm just a guy on YouTube. Go look at the numbers if you don't believe me. Go look at the numbers right now. What is the likelihood that the Fed will cut rates on September 17th? It's almost 100%. Almost 100%. Now, here's the question. With this type of data that came out today, 22,000 jobs added, and experts predicted 75,000. Guys, that's like $53,000 short. And guess what? It'll probably be worse than this once they do the adjustments. When they do the adjustments, it's going to be negative.
What's up, this bit? What's up, man?
Now here's the troubling thing that you need to be thinking about. Unemployment rate ticked up to 4.3%. You see where I'm going with this? Go look at the unemployment rate.
But you know what the real numbers in the unemployment rate really is? Do y'all really want to know what the real numbers of the unemployment rate really is? From independent people that actually do these numbers, it's 20%. 20%.
Back in January, February, March, what was in that 3.7% range? Now it's 4.3%. Listen, man, y'all can say whatever you want to say. No president is perfect. We know that. None of them are. None of them are perfect. When I hear every single day, not just from President Trump, but all of the people that he's surrounded himself with, in my opinion, most of them are extremely unqualified. And they're in very, very serious positions. That's my opinion now. You don't have to agree with that. Again, you do not have.
So he got a bunch of people around him that don't know what they're doing. That's what's going on. Let me see, 20% seems like about right. Yeah, just about 20%. Yeah, it's going to get worse. That's what I'm saying. So you guys haven't really seen nothing yet. We're not headed to a recession. We are headed to a depression. Because you have the ratio of people that, that's out of work, that's looking for work, but they can't find work. This is what's so different about this. I mean, we had ups and downs on the unemployment before. It goes up, it comes down. You get laid off. You get out there. You put in your resume, put it to this person. Probably within 3 to 4 months, you'll get a job. Somebody will call you. But what's happening now is that people are looking for work, but they can't find it, and they out of work for extended periods of time.
I have to agree with that. That's my opinion. But here's the problem, at least for me. You have President Trump, and then you got all these people surrounding him. Every single day, they come out and say how great the economy is, how great our prices are coming down. They say this every day, guys.
Every day.
Every single day.
Yep.
Every single day they say this. Just yesterday, I heard Laura Bush, what's her name? Laura Trump. She's married to one of Trump's sons. She was on Fox saying how prices are coming down. Prices are down.
Mm-hmm.
But yet and still, you get a jobs report that shows the economy added 22,000 jobs. The lowest point in a long time.
In a long time.
Lowest numbers in a long time.
Those are depression numbers.
And you're starting to see unemployment tick up.
Mm-hmm.
But everything's great.
Yep.
I keep telling y'all there are two economies, a boom economy and a bust economy. See, these people who are in Trump's administration, they belong to the boom economy because they're all billionaires and plenty of money, inside information, so they can do the things they need. These people are in the boom economy because they're making a lot of money under Trump. Y'all don't think Trump the only one making money, right? Y'all do know Trump and his family done increased their net worth by $5 billion in the first 8 months of his presidency, his second term. They've increased their net worth by like $5 billion.
Mm-hmm.
But Trump is not the only one increasing his net worth, guys. Everybody in his orbit is increasing their net worth. See, that's the boom economy that they live in.
Mm-hmm.
So for them, they don't care if eggs go up by $2, $3 for 12 eggs. They don't care for a dozen. They don't care. Mm-hmm. They're living in this boom economy. They're making a bunch of money right now, right? They're making a bunch of money. Down here where most of us live, in the bust economy, we're the ones that's feeling the real pain of this thing. But yet and still, they're coming out every single day saying things are so great. I'm telling you, I'm listening to President Trump yesterday in this whatever he was doing at the White House with the oligarchs. He said, you're not going to see the real numbers. The guy was talking about the jobs report. The reporter asked him about the jobs report.
It's going to get much worse, brother.
And he said, you're not going to see the real numbers for at least a year.
Welcome
That's
to
what
my
he said.
channel.
And what does that mean?
Excuse me for a minute. Desmond, welcome to the channel, man. Thank you for coming and stopping by. You're welcome to come back anytime, okay? I really appreciate new people for supporting me and coming on this channel, man. Yeah, you're absolutely right, brother. Take from the rich and give to the poor. Well, this what's happening now is you see a decline that's happening in America right now. And this decline, the wealth is leaving the West and it's going to the global South, which is China, Russia, India, South Africa, and the BRICS. That's what you're seeing. That's what I'm saying. This slope that you're seeing, you haven't even seen nothing yet. And he got some more stuff that he's going to say.
This is what it sounds like to me. This is just my opinion. It sounds like you're going to see numbers in the tanker for at least a year. And then in a year, the real numbers will come out. We'll be doing great. But by that time, guess what's going to happen? Interest rates will probably be to zero.
Mm-hmm.
Fed funds rate will be to zero by that time.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be either 0, 1, or 2%. Mm-hmm. At worst, 3% Fed funds rate by that time. That's what Trump is going to accomplish. See, you got to understand, Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell, I believe next May, he's done. Trump going to put his own person in there, just like he did at the BLS and every other government organization. Trump got his own people in there who are 100% loyal to him. So that's what's happening right now. So you get this jobs report, 22,000 jobs. See, investors on Wall Street know what's going on. You and I may not know what's going on because we spend our time entertaining ourselves and fighting battles and force Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve to reduce these rates. So from here on out, guys, we may not, these jobs report, Trump's jobs reports, because that's what it is. He got his own people in there and they're beholden to him 100%. Whatever he tell them people to do, they're going to do, all of them. And what he wants to say, he just tell you, oh, you ain't going to see the real job numbers for a year. So This report you see today,
So you're not going to see the true job report numbers until a year. That has never, ever happened. That they usually tell you the job numbers every month. But now the Trump administration said you're not going to know about it for a year. So that lets you know that something is seriously wrong.
he said it, not me. He said you're not going to see the real numbers for a year. So can you even believe these numbers that came out today?
Oh, wow.
Personally, no, not for me. Y'all did see last week when they had the cabinet meeting. It was like a 4-hour cabinet meeting, guys. I don't know how many people was in there, but it had to be at least 30 of them in there. And listen, guys, they went from 1 to 30, every one of those people. And guess what they did? They just sung Trump's praises, every single one of them. How great you are. We got posters all over Washington, D.C. You're the greatest president of all time. I'm so honored. I'm so this, I'm so that. I mean, who? I mean, everybody? Don't nobody in there have anything else to say constructive? The whole thing was just a 4-hour congratulations to you, Donald Trump fest.
Yeah.
That's all it was. There's nobody in there that says, hey man, why we doing this? Why we doing that? Nobody. Everybody in there for 4 hours, all they did was bent the knee and kiss the ring. Every single person he had in there.
Yep.
Now, if y'all don't think that's not, something ain't funny about that, that's a little strange to me. You don't think so? Oh, come on, guys, I'm talking about like 30 people were in there. It's like 30 people he had in there. And listen, they didn't skip one person. They went from 1 to number 30, and every single one of them bent the knee and kissed the ring. Just how great you are, the greatest president of all time. They're wearing Trump lapels. They got Trump posters all splattered all across Washington, D.C. on every building. Oh, you're so great. Yes, let's go invade Chicago and bring the military. Well, you can do that.
Yep.
You don't think something wrong with that? I mean, come on, guys. You got to have somebody in your administration. You got to have some checks and balances. We got no checks and balances right now.
Nope.
All power has been centralized into President Trump.
Yep.
So therefore, you're going to get these jobs reports. We don't know if they're true or not. I don't know what the economy added. Who knows? All I do know is we're going to get a rate cut on the 17th. Now, I don't know how big the rate cut will be, but we're going to get one. So get in position.
Yep, there you go. There you go. That's how serious this situation is, y'all. This is how serious that situation is. It's like there's a change that's happening in America right now, man. And I'm just saying, get your eggs and, get your finances in order, because we're in for a nasty ride, man. We are.
WT News 5's Todd Dykes is live with more. Todd?
Yeah, Ashley and Cherie, this is surely a difficult day for around 200 families of local Kroger workers who found out that their efforts are no longer needed. Those disappearing jobs, all part of a company-wide round of layoffs, involving nearly 1,000 job cuts across the country. Kroger's interim CEO, Ron Sargent, describing the cuts as a meaningful number of associate reductions, adding these decisions are never easy, but we know thoughtful yet difficult choices are necessary to set up our organization for continued success. That quote goes on to say, while we announced role reductions today, we continue to grow and reinvest those savings in areas that drive our strategy and benefit our customers directly in lower prices, new store growth, and more jobs in stores. It's not clear at this point which divisions are going to see these cuts. It does appear that today's announcement was not necessarily being fueled by artificial intelligence. That's what a lot of people jump to these days. It seems to have been driven more, or at least in part, by what had been a boost in hiring during the COVID-19 pandemic, and also the addition of workers ahead of what turned out to be Kroger's failed merger with competing grocery chain Albertsons. Reporting live here in Newport, Todd Dykes, WWT News 5.
Todd, very concerning for a lot of people around here. Do you know if Kroger shoppers will see any direct impact from today's announcement?
Well, if anything, Ashley, it appears that shoppers may end up catching a break. As mentioned, Kroger says they say they plan to reinvest in areas that benefit customers, and that involves, again, lowering prices, increasing access to store associates. And Kroger's also building up its real estate portfolio, apparently in a move to pave the way to build more stores to serve more people. Ashley?
All right, we'll see how it all shakes out. Todd Dykes reporting live for us. Thanks so much, Todd.
Yeah, like I said, Kroger's is laying off. The financial situation is getting very, very, very scary. So the only thing I'm telling you guys is start investing, get a side hustle. Don't be splurging your money. Let me see what he says here. Okay, so far everything was predicted by Kamala Harris and the Democrats last year during the campaign. Just saying, yeah, they did. They did talk about this. Yes, they did. They sure did. But on here, I don't talk about Democrat or Republican. This is not a political channel or anything like that. I just go by the facts and I go by the information. Because the Democrats have made, this is a systemic problem that we had in this country. And what's happening is catching up with us. It is catching up with us. Okay? So it's not like a Democrat thing, or it's not a Republican thing, but it's just a systemic problem that has been going on for a very, very long time. Yep. So all right, we're gonna get into the next thing. Let's see. We're gonna talk about what's going on in the travel space right now. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull up this. There's something that Flyboy said I want you guys to check out. Just 1 second. Oh, come on. What is going on here? Oh, come on, StreamYard. Come on.
Yeah, on my 24-hour live stream, not on my main channel where I was going live on. On my 24, we're looking for give us information.
I don't know, man. I may have to get another StreamYard's really messing up. Okay, here we go. Okay. I seen a video the other day of Flyboy. He gives very good information. I just want to say that from the beginning. Flyboy gives a lot of good information about traveling. But he did something about he encountered a Scopolamine queen. And I'm going to commentary I'm going to do my own commentary about what he said. But you have to really be careful of a Scopolamine queen. I was on his live and I did see the girl that he had. And he didn't realize what she was until somebody told him what he was. But I think I did. I sent a message to him on his YouTube channel, and I say, Flyboy, you gotta be a little bit more careful than this, But I'm not here to troll him. He gives a lot of good information, so I'm not trolling Flyboy or anything like that. But I just had some concerns and some things that you should know about when dealing with a Scopolamine queen. Those women are extremely, extremely crafty. Okay? So check out what he says, okay? And we're going to get into this. Like I said, it's nothing bad. I'm not saying nothing negative about him. He gives a lot of good information. He's a very seasonable traveler. He travels a lot of different places. But listen to what he says. And I just found it just a little kind of scary. And I'm like, wait a minute. I told him, because I contacted him and I said, I think you're really making very scary decisions here, bro. You gotta be really careful, because those scopolamine queens, they are very, very crafty. They can get you just like that. Okay, check this out what he says.
I'm like, dog, I'm from North New Jersey. This woman had showed me an amazing time. I had no complaints about this woman. Yes. She was willing to be on live. She was willing to record for me. She didn't steal anything from me. She was willing to record on an interview with two guys talking English that she didn't know if she was being set up or anything. She was willing to take a lot of pictures. I'm not going to flip and give you all her information because she might have scoped somebody that you've been looking for. That's lame to me. I'm not the police. I'm not Batman.
Right.
I met this girl on Bumble, right? Cool woman on Bumble. I met her on Bumble. And she was supposed to hang out one day. She couldn't hang out because she says.
I'm going to tell you guys something. I'm not saying nothing bad about him, anything like that. Please stay away from dating apps. Please stay away from dating apps. That's how most people get themselves messed up. The dating apps, they do a lousy job of vetting the girls. Please stay away from dating apps, please. Bumble, Tinder, that's a no-no.
She runs a hair shop. We didn't hang out that day. The next day, we hang out. I'm like, I'm filming live. I tell her I'm doing a lot of live videos because I'm a content creator on YouTube. She goes, okay, that's a problem. That's no problem. I have no problem with being on camera. This is what she tells me. She tells me on the phone. I'm like, all right, cool. So she catches, like, I'm like, we're gonna meet at La Topa, which is a salsa, one of the biggest salsa clubs in Cali, Colombia, right? So we meet at we go to La Topa, but I don't get there on time. She pays for her own taxi from her place to La Topa. She then pays for her own.
Marcus, you gotta listen, bro. I'm not going hard on him. I'm trying to tell you how to survive a scopolamine queen. I'm not going hard on nobody. I don't troll nobody. I'm teaching you all, if you guys go out there to travel, how to be safe. And I'm not saying he's a good YouTuber. He gives very good information. I'm not here to troll him. Just listen to what I have to say.
Entrance into La Topa. I then arrive. I go in. I pay for my entrance, and I go inside. And we have a great time. She's on camera. It's on. I can't show people the video, but it's on live. We're partying. She's helping me with the phone. They call up the best dancers. They want the best dancers. I go up there to play along with it. She tells me to go up. I go over to play along. I got $1,000 worth of stuff in my natural.
Marcus, please watch the entire video. Please watch the entire video. I'm not going hard on this guy. I'm not going hard on nobody. I'm just trying to tell you, when you go out there, there's certain things that you need to be aware of. That's what I'm saying. I'm not going hard on nobody. I don't go hard on nobody on this channel, ever. Ever. I don't troll nobody on this channel. I'm just saying, because I even told him what I'm telling you. I responded to him.
Right here. I got $1,000 worth of stuff in my knapsack. I got my Osmo pocket. I got my phone. I got my Wi-Fi router. I got my tripod. I got everything in my thing. And I'm live on my phone. She has my phone. She then comes up there and she records me with my phone live while I'm dancing. I then come back down. We have fun. We dance. We have been laughing. She's hugging.
I make these videos. I'm not trying to impress nobody. I make these videos for my subscribers. A lot of you guys travel to Brazil. A lot of you guys are in Colombia right now, like Easy's in Colombia right now. I just try to give you all safety tips to be careful. That's all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to please nobody or talk about nobody. I even contacted Flyboy. I even talked to him. And I told him what was my opinion. He was very receptive to what I had to say. So no, this is not going hard on nobody. This is not saying that he's, making fun. Everybody does things this way, but there are some things that you have to be careful of when you're dealing with a school. See, Marcus, you need to go to Colombia and understand what I'm talking about. Okay? You got to understand what I'm talking. I've been to Colombia multiple times. And I'm just saying, scopolamine queens are very crafty, very crafty. And I'm trying to prove, I just wanted to show you something. Just sit back and relax, and let me show you what I'm trying to tell you.
She's kissing me. We having fun. We go outside. I record it on my Osmo Pocket. She's dancing in front of the thing. She's showing her stuff all on camera. And then she kisses me, and that's on camera too. And then we get in the taxi cab. We with my brother, my homie Kobe. I'm like, yo, I gotta go do an interview. I gotta go do an interview with one of the brothers who got something set up called Rico Rich and what's his name, right? But during the time we're in there, I get I get 2 messages. I don't answer my message on my phone because I'm live on my phone. You know how that works when you live on the phone. I then see another message from a content creator who I'm really real close.
Right, there you go.
Years,
This right,
with,
right,
you know, stay in the same area.
Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. And I told him this. I told Flyboy, I just don't want nothing to happen to him. I talked to him. I contacted him on his channel, and I said, Flyboy, but just listen to the entire video, right? Absolutely, this man. Friday is always defiant, uses Tinder and apps. He feels that nobody's invincible. And wait, I got more to show you guys, okay? So just sit back and relax and listen. Just sit back and relax and listen, okay? This is nothing, I'm not saying nothing bad. Flyboy he's an excellent traveler. I'm not saying nothing negative about him whatsoever. But everybody can make a mistake. Everybody can. It only takes one mistake. And these people, they're very crafty. I'm gonna show you how crafty these scopolamine women are.
I'm like, cool. And I'm like, what the heck? So I scroll it down to see it, and the first thing I see is her ID picture. The girl I'm sitting right next to. Mind you, I can flip it up real quick because she's right next to me, and we're on the live. So she's looking straight. She don't see it. I'm like, oh shoot, the heck. So then finally we get to Hold
on. So you saw her ID. So you know in fact that they knew her, right? Go ahead, continue on.
ID.
Hey, wait, Flyboy, wait.
These comments are roasting. These comments are roasting, Fly. Everybody said you wrong, Flyboy. These comments are roasting you.
That's cool.
Hey, can I say something? Something? It sounds like Richard on the tape is the lawyer prosecuting Flyboy.
I'm validated for the entire day, okay? 5 stickers, 6 stickers, I don't know from stickers because I was in that court back there saving people's lives, so.
Let me say this. Y'all can't tell me y'all seen Flyboy weigh too many L's, though. Flyboy weight don't be taking too many L's. So
this is the big one, though. This is the big one. Let him finish telling you. And
go ahead.
Before he finished, I'm telling him to never say this on his channel. He thinks he's so right, he's going to say it on his channel. It's not good. It's not a good look, Flyboy.
It's not about being right. It's about being real. It's not about being right. It's about being real. All right, so I see her ID. I see a bunch of other pictures too.
I'm not getting amped over it. Marcus, you don't understand, man, brother. I don't know what you be thinking about, bro. No, I'm not getting amped up over nothing. I'm trying to show the audience about how to be careful about when they engage a scopolamine queen. That's what this is all about. This is not nothing about getting amped up over nothing. I'm trying to show my subscribers how to be safe when they go into these different countries, when they deal with these scopolamine queens. It's nothing, it's for you. Either you take it or either you leave it. Either you take it or either you leave it. And I'm not saying nothing negative about Flyboy. See, you got it all wrong, bro.
But I see her ID. I look at her, she's still looking straight up at the people at the instructor dancing. So I scroll back up and turn the live back on. So we leave out the club, we go to the next club. Me, her, and my boy Kobe. Mind you, I came with 3 people, y'all. Another thing, it was 3 of us. Me, her, and my boy Kobe. We get to the place, right? For some reason, before the interview, she has to use the bathroom. So she goes to use the bathroom. So now I finally get a chance to look at my phone. So when I look at my phone, It was 2 messages I didn't check, but I checked the messages from my close friend who does YouTube, and it's a bunch of pictures of her, and a forwarded message from somebody called Obi-Land. And he's like, we've been looking.
Obi-Land knew who this girl was. She was a scopolamine queen.
For her for a long time. She's a scope queen, and we want to come. We just don't notify her. Nobody notify her on the screen. Then I see a couple other messages from other people like, yeah, that's her. That's definitely her. It's a fact. That's her. Because they acting like having a conversation about asking this girl that scoped or something like that. And she's like, yeah, that's her. That's her. So obviously the guy was still, if she got scoped, he's still alive. Because he's actually like saying it's a fact that this is her. So that's when I see her coming. No, I see her coming back, and I ended like that, right? No, she's not coming back. I know she's coming back soon, so I ended. After I ended, I'm like, yo.
Now, what he should have done was, when he found out that she was the scopolamine, that she really was a scopolamine queen that they were looking for, he should have easily separated himself from her right then and there. That's what he should have did, because I'm telling you, these women are very, very crafty, and they're very extremely dangerous.
I'm telling the guys that I'm with, yo, I thought I knew her. She ends up being a scope queen. And so now we got to talk. Now I'm talking to code with the 2 guys. Like, they're like, well, don't let your pride get to you. You know what I mean? Just drop her off, tell her to go back home. And in my head, I'm like, dog, I'm the flyboy way. This ain't no way that I'm not going to take the right step to do this the right way. I'm just, in my head, I'm like, my pride, I'm a black man from the hood who made it to millionaire status, who had just been all these places. My pride is like, yo, I know what to do. I know how to move. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm not going to say nothing. And then they actually say, hey, the last thing I seen was like, don't notify her. Let us know where you're at. We're going to come and we're going to.
See, he knew that she was a scopolamine queen, and Obi-Land was looking for this girl. They knew that she was a scopolamine queen, okay? See, you must understand that scopolamine queens have scoped so many people. And there's a possibility that the people that this woman has scoped probably was unalived. I bet you some of them probably were unalived, because that's what they do every night. They go out there, they look for, for foreign, and Colombians also get scoped too. It's not just foreigners. And see, these women have been doing this stuff for a while. They've been doing this probably for years. And there's no telling how many people this woman unalived. Because that clonazepam, whatever it is, that stuff that they use, 3 drops can unalive you. That's all it takes, just 3 drops.
Come and bust her tomorrow, and we'll have my people fly down there so we can bust her tomorrow or something like that.
I'm the police. I run shit here. You just live here.
So I don't pay no attention to it. Boom. Then she come back. We do the interview. She goes to the bathroom again, and I just double check. Sure enough, was that. Boom. Kobe had to go back home because he had work in the morning. So we were supposed to go to another club, but instead we end up going back to my crib. Now, we go back to my crib, and the first thing she asked me, she's like, yo, you got anything to drink? I'm like, yeah, I got some tequila. So we go and we get the tequila. We go sit down. I'm sitting.
So he knows that she's a scopolamine queen, but he still brings her back to his house anyway. That's upping the level of danger even more. That's upping the danger even more. And he knows that she's a scopolamine queen.
Right next to her, then I realized, oh shoot, I'm doing a 24-hour live stream. I don't want to. I was kind of scared with the camera because I was streaming 24 hours. So I go, I move the camera down. I put the camera down. Hey, don't worry about it. I put the camera down, and she poured the drinks. So she has it's a small cup and it's a tall cup. She gave me the tall cup and took the small cup. In the back of my mind, I'm like, normally I make dreams, take my eyes off it for like 1.
And see, that's what's dangerous. He's playing with fire now with the cups and everything. And I would highly advise nobody not to do that with a Scopolamine queen. He shouldn't even been drinking with her. Right then and there, me personally, he should have separated himself from her. You know what I'm saying? I want to show you guys something. Do you guys remember this? Okay, this is Obi-Land on the girl that scoped the guy that he caught in, this guy, he caught the girl, I think in Parker Jarris, this girl right here. Now check this out, I want you to pay close attention when I'm getting ready to show you.
She Scopolamine me a month ago. Stole everything. Your money? No. It's yours, right? Yeah, Scopolamine me un mes. Sí. Ella. Bravo. Who can translate? Who can translate? Who can translate? She stole everything from me.
Yeah, watch what I'm getting ready to show you. Stay with me.
I woke up 2 days later.
He was scoped by this girl right here.
I woke up 2 days later.
Let me tell you how quick this woman is.
I already talked to a detective. Sí, bravo.
What she do to you?
Okay, 1 month ago, I met her on Bumble. Bumble.
He said he met her on Bumble. Okay, now I want y'all to watch it. Let me show you. Okay, so with Obi-Land, what they did was they tried to capture this girl. Okay, they tried to capture this girl, so they set up a team to try to trap this girl. But I'm going to show you how crafty a Scopolamine queen is. Okay, so he had a guy to meet this girl. So what happened was the guy that got scoped, he went back home. He left America. I'm sorry, he left Medellin, and then he came back because he wanted to catch this girl. Okay, so he hooked up with the Obi-Land. Okay, so they had like a group of people. They had like a decoy set up to capture this girl. So I want you to see this clip on how this would make me scared for Flyboy. You know what I'm saying? Because these women know what they are doing. Check this clip out.
Obi-Land agents outside confirm all is fine.
Inside the restaurant, she was charming. She was asking me so many questions about what type of telephone I've.
Okay, this is the same girl you seen that scope, the guy that I just showed you on the other video. So now so Obi-Land and them, they're setting the trap. So this guy here was a decoy to try to catch this Scopolamine queen. And it took them a long time to find this girl too. These girls are they like snakes, man.
Have what computer I have, everything about the products and the money.
Say hello.
I was expecting maybe other type of girl, but the girl was really high class, beautiful. She was really sexy and charming. I was really careful to don't fail this mission, to don't say something bad in the restaurant. So I start charming her as well. She kissed me in this restaurant, so that was a good sign the mission will be a success.
The Obi-Land agents outside the restaurant survey the area diligently, keeping a low profile, avoiding being seen. Meanwhile, the agents responsible for detaining the predator are waiting patiently for Piotr's signal. Piotr then calls her guy and gives him a very surprising update.
In this restaurant, La Repubblica, we ordered food and we ordered drinks, and I was sure she tried to poison me. In this
you hear that? He said he's sure that she tried to poison him. So just watch this part, just pay attention, pay close attention.
Restaurant. She poisoned me a little bit, not hard, but a little bit, because I start feeling 20 minutes later bad.
She got him.
Be safe, don't drink nothing, don't eat nothing. Eat, but just be always watching her, that's all. Yeah?
I don't know how it happened because I all the time watch of my food and drinks, but she poisoned me.
She got him.
All right, we're literally like 30 seconds.
You heard what he just said. He said that he watched her The whole time that he watched it, he knew that this girl was a scopolamine queen, and they was trying to catch her. And he said he had his eyes locked on her, and she still drugged him anyway. How was she able to pull it off? How was she able to pull that off? And he watched her like he knew that this girl was dangerous.
Seconds around the corner, so if anything, we're just gonna rush there. I'm gonna tell one of our guys to stand outside at the front. Yeah, police on standby.
Again, I was very worried that Piotr was gonna mess this up. I thought he was gonna fuck this up. Because Piotr, he doesn't even really speak good English. But he does what he could do. And he wanted to really be part of this project and part of the team and to really help us. Worried that Piotr may have been drugged, our guy orders Piotr to leave the restaurant immediately with the girl.
Piotr and Diana, they then head back to the apartment. You know, our adrenaline was pumping. We were like, you know, we were so excited. We have been chasing this girl for months.
I don't feeling good. And I open the apartment, I sit in the couch, and she see I am feeling worst. And she put her hand on my shoulder to calm me. I'll be more tranquilo. And then start order from Rappi that because she want to drink tequila with me and poison me, much more than I was.
Knowing the craziness that can happen in Colombia, while awaiting Piotr's signal, our guy says a quick prayer.
Dear Father God, please, I hope everything goes right, that there's no, issues.
Okay, let's get back to Flyboy. Okay, and like I said, I'm not trying to make him look bad or anything, but I'm just trying to show you. You just saw how crafty those scopolamine queens are. How crafty they are.
Maybe Max just was like, I was like right there. I took my eyes off at 1 minute max. But I know once my eyes off of it, I got to make a move. Now I can do two things. I could pour out the drink and say I'm not drinking this, or I could do what I did. I said, you know what? I'm not even at third. I don't want to drink that much more. So here, you take. And this is without me even, if I even knew. It's the same thing I would do if I didn't know. If I didn't have a good friend that told me. I saw you take this drink with your taller glass. I'll take this.
Yeah, I'm disappointed with the Lions.
So basically, I switched her cup that she poured for her for the cup I poured for me. I then went up and I drank out of my cup, and she drank out of the other cup with no problem, no hesitation. She didn't drink again out of the cup. She didn't drink again out of the cup. But she put the cup down, and I said, "I'll put the cup down." So yeah, I'm done. I don't want any more. She then we put on music, and she started mopping me, bop, bop. In my head, I'm like, yo, what part of the scope game is this? Like, is this something that she could put on her lips that could like scope my genitalia? And I
No, what she was doing was, what women do is, those women, they're very good at making you open to gain your trust. That's the first thing scopolamine queens do. They want you to get their trust. Okay, that's why she allowed a lot of things for you to do. Because let me tell you this, sometimes they may not get you the first time, sometimes they may not get you the second time, but then they get you the third time. So I was just telling Mr. Flyboy, I say, man, you was playing with fire, brother. Because what they do is, like, for example, here's a cup right here, right? Let's say I'm drinking something. And I seen this happen to someone, okay? It was this one guy. He met a girl on the dating app, which he should have stayed away from, okay? And it went back to her place. Matter of fact, he was at her place, okay? And she had a beer. She said, would you like to have a beer? And he said that she went into the refrigerator, grabbed the beer, didn't even open it yet, but she popped the beer, the can, and gave it to him. And he took 2 sips, maybe 2 or 3 sips, and he was out like a light. And he could not understand how in the world could this woman have scoped him. Because what they do sometimes, is that clonazepam, you could put the drops on your finger. You could put it on your finger. They put it on their finger, okay? They put it on their finger. They take the bottle, they squeeze it, where you're not looking, They get in their purse. They put the drop on their finger, and then when they hand you your drink, what they do is they just dip their finger right in your glass, just like that, without you even notice it, and they hand it to you. Okay? And you know, and that's what probably happened to the guy at the restaurant I just showed you. But these women, they are very, very, very good at what they do. So Flyboy is saying that this, you know, that she fell in love with him. No, she didn't fall in love with you. She was coercing you. And she was getting ready for you. That's what she was doing. She's trying to get you to drop your defenses. That's what they're good at. They make you feel like you at home. They make you feel good. They make you feel like, oh, I love you, and everything like that. That's what they're good at. Because I told you, these women rate you as a 0. You are a 0. Let me see. Yes, the long game. They play the long game. Yes, yes. You remember the Asian guy that was killed? I'm sorry, that was unalive I think it was last year or year before last. You remember the girl? You know what I'm saying? She played the long game. And he was going back and forth to Medellin multiple times to see this girl. You guys know who I'm talking about. The Asian guy, Kujum, something like that. I can't pronounce his name. But his brother said that he went down there, sent her money, and went down there multiple times to Medellin to see this girl. She didn't get him the first time. She didn't get him the second time, but she unalived him the third time. Here's more.
Go out because this ain't what I would think. The Scopely, I'm not aware of this. I never heard this story before. So she started mocking me. Bam, bam. She's amazing. It's amazing. So she taught me wow. So the whole time we were drinking and sitting there, we were talking about having kids. I was telling her how, you know, I'm a single father. I raised this and stuff like this. She was telling me how she wants to have kids. She's 32, but she spends a lot of time with the shop and all this stuff. I don't know if the story is real or not. She said she had a salon. This is this. Cool. So then, after she started talking me more, she like go to like sit on my stomach. Oh, what you doing? She like, I thought you said you want to have kids. I said, no. What we'll do is we'll both go tomorrow. We'll go to the clinic. We'll get tested. And if that's okay, then we can have some fun like that. She's like, all right, cool. So I'm gonna stay right here. So I go to I go back to the room. I grab the condom. I come back. I put the condom on, and she just started rodding me. Ma. So now I'm still like, yo, what part of the scope game is this? I don't understand. So I'm like, all right, maybe it's because she's lifting her shirt up. Maybe if she maybe she got something on her titties or something like that, where it's gonna scope me. So I'm rubbing her titties like this with my elbow, and then I start like licking her nipple. Nothing. All right. So now we get up. I'm like,
you can't trust nobody. You can't trust nobody. I had a girl today. She knows that I'm coming to Medellin, and she said, "Oh, I could come over and cook for her." I said, "No, thank you. The restaurant would take care of it." And even though she's a nice person, I know her for about 4 years. Y'all know her, Kathy. The one I had on my other videos. Y'all seen her before. I got her on look at my playlist down in Medellin. Me and her went to the picnic together, went to the castle together. And she knows that I'm coming back. And she said, oh, I mean, there's a possibility that she may not do anything, but you just can't trust nobody with your drink or with your food. And what this girl was doing with Flyboy, the only thing she was doing is getting him to drop his defenses. It had nothing to do with no love. They love nobody. They have no love for nobody. Here, I got more. Yes, Zin Chun Hung, yeah, the guy from Minneapolis, right, who got wiped in November before Thanksgiving, yep. And he came down multiple times to see that girl. Well, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna talk about this on this channel, but there's some other things about this individual too. But he came down. He was seeing this person multiple times. I think he came down to Colombia 4 times. And they did everything together. They did everything together. As a matter of fact, I did a video. I showed you they went to restaurants, they went to concerts, they went hiking together. This person was a typical girlfriend, and she still got him anyway. Basically, nobody is good to trust at the beginning. Nope, no trust. No trust. No trust. I was wondering why they didn't, the passport boys, go to Italy or Germany where the economy is high. The less the economy, the desperate they would be. Yep. Let's see. Did you say that your friends were nice people? Let's see. Yep. Since the incident, the rearranged Medellin Cartagena shut down. Yeah. Carrera 7, Cali 67 in Cartagena. It ruined the spot. Yeah. No, it's a 20-minute cab ride from the beach. Move it. Yeah. I heard about that. Yes, sir. Let's see. They are faithful to money. Yep, faithful to money. That's what they like. You gotta get that. You gotta get that out of your mind. That these women love you. They don't love you. They don't. I'm not saying all the women down there are bad. Don't get me wrong. I'm talking about Scopolamine queens. I'm sure this girl unalived people in her trail. Hey, yeah. Robert, what's up, man? Welcome, brother. Wow, got some new subscribers here, man. Good to have you, brother. Yes, the long game. That Flyboy was streaming that day, so I seen the live stream. She was too smart to try him that day, but maybe she would do that's what I'm saying, right? She might get him the next time. That's what I'm saying. Because I told Flyboy too. I reached out to Flyboy. I told him this. I said, I noticed something about doing that live stream. That she kept looking at your glass, and she kept when she would get up, because she was sitting across from him. And then when she would get up, she would kind of walk over to the side, and her eyes would be focused on that drink. But one smart thing the Flyboy did, he moved the drink out of her reach. He kept like repositioning his drink, like he'll have it in front of him, and then he'll move it to the side, away. So that was very smart of him to do that. So he didn't fully trust her anyway. Also, after 2003 in November, the mayor had to make a sort of move to look like they were doing something, because Zine was connected to the U.S. representatives and the U.S. Senate. They moved on that quick. Yeah. But that was sad, though, man, though, how they did him, though, man. That was cold-blooded, man. That was cold-blooded. That's why I say girls in Colombia you should be after are those ones who are good, not the ones that's desperate, use their sex appeal. Yeah, that's true. Okay, let's finish up. I got more for you here.
You know what? I don't know, maybe somewhere else on her body. When she first came in, I made her take a shower. And then I got in the shower too to make sure it wasn't too weird. I made her take a shower, and then I got in the shower. So I'm like, maybe she didn't wash everything, because I didn't see her take a shower. I just see water on the front of her chest. I didn't see her take a shower. Cool. Let's hop in the pool. So we hop in the pool. I'm glad to bend over. She's fully in the pool, except for her hair. I'm bonging it. We in the jacuzzi, not pool. We in the jacuzzi. Bonging it. Wet everywhere. I'm like, I put water on her back and everything. No. All right, now I'm ready to go. So I get up, I put her on the bed, I start whop. So I'm like, it's about to be a wrap now. So I pull the condom off, and start squirting all over her, like So now we sitting there, we laying down for 5 minutes, still just talking. And I'm like, all right, where does the scope come in at? In my head, because it's still in the back of my head, I can't even really enjoy myself as good as it was. I can't even enjoy myself fully, because I'm still thinking, where is the scope coming at? So then finally we get up, and she's like, we go back to sit down. And we're like, do you want something to drink? I was like, no, I don't want to drink. I'll just take some water. So she sits down, and I drink the water. She take another shot of the cup that she had gave me original. And she started crying. I'm like, what did I do? She's like, no. She started crying. I'm like, what did I do? She's like, it's not you. I'll tell you later.
See, she's playing with his emotions. That's what she's doing. She started crying. Can you guys see what I'm saying? How manipulative these women are? She's playing with his emotions. to get him to relax and drop his defenses. That's how they get you, man. But listen, there's more.
Another time, I won't tell you. I'll tell you later. I gotta go home. I'm like, what you mean you gotta go home? I'm thinking she's spending the night. In my head, she's spending the night. So I'm like, what you mean you gotta go home? She's like,
No. No. A Scopolamine queen, you never spend a night with them. No, not with no scope queen. No. Like I said, I don't care how nice she looks, how good those cakes look, whatever she got, it's not worth your life. Because when you sleep, you are in the most vulnerable part of with somebody else, especially if you're sleeping with them, because when you're asleep, you're basically unconscious. And a person can't take advantage of you while you're sleeping. I will never let a scope queen sleep with a scope queen. That's very extremely dangerous. Here, I got more. There's more. I got more.
no, I gotta go home. I'm like, all right, but tomorrow we're gonna have a big deal. I want you to dress up, put some heels on, get dressed. We're gonna go out, we're gonna go eat, we're gonna do something because I want to make a big end of my last day in Cali, Colombia. But this trip is going amazing. I want you to put on the heels, put on what's the name, and I want to go out. I want you to dress up really nice. She's like, okay, sure. I'm like, but you gotta tell me why you're crying. She's like, I'll tell you later. I'll tell you another time. So then she goes and she calls the cab. I'm like, let me call Uber for you. She's like, no, I don't want you. I got it. So she calls her own Uber. I'm like, all right, let me give her some money. So I gave her 50 mil. She gave the money back to me. She said, no, I don't want this. So she kept walking. She's walking. I'm like, what the heck? So then as she's walking out the door, I sneak the 50 mil in her back pocket. I'm like, it's not for you. It's for the cab. I mean, you pay for your cab down here and you pay for your cab back. And she's like, all right, whatever. And she kept walking out the door. She left out the door and she left.
Can I jump in? Can I jump in?
I think go back.
Almost finished.
I then go back to the messages because remember I had 2 original messages where people were telling me, yo, this girl, they're looking for her, Obi-Land, something. I then go to my 24-hour live stream and they go like, Obi-Land hits me up on my 24-hour live stream, not on my main channel where I was going live on. But on my 24, like, we're looking for her to give us information. I'm like, dog, I'm from North New Jersey. This woman had showed me an amazing time. I had no complaints about this woman. She was willing to be on live. She was willing to record for me. She didn't steal anything from me. She was willing to record on an interview with 2 guys talking English that she didn't know if she was being set up or anything. She was willing to take a lot of pictures. I'm not going to flip and give you all her information because she might have scoped somebody and you've been looking for it.
But only thing you have to think about this, fly boy, you know, and I understand your rationale why you did what you did. Like I said, I'm not here to troll or anything like that. But think about it like this. What if the person that she scoped was your cousin, your brother, you know what I'm saying, your best friend, you know what I'm saying, your uncle or somebody that you know? Because what she's going to do is she's going to go back out there and she's going to scope more people. She's going to scope more people. And I guarantee you, in that line of scoping people, I guarantee you some of them probably was unalived. And I understand that you're not the police and anything. This is just my opinion. Like I said, I'm not trolling or saying anything negative about it. I think you do very good content. I think you give a lot of good information. But I'm just saying, just imagine if that woman unalive somebody that you love, like your brother, your cousin, your best friend, because somebody else is going to come right behind you. Somebody's going to come right behind you and take that woman. That woman is not going to, no matter you thinking that she loves you, no, she doesn't love you. No, they don't. No. She rate you as a 0. As soon as you leave Cali and jump on that plane and head back wherever you're going, there's more planes landing in Cali and people visiting Colombia that she's going to hook up with and probably end up scoping, because a person don't become a scopolamine queen and then all of a sudden they fall in love and they stop. That would be wishful thinking. And she may seem like a really nice girl. I'm not judging this woman or anything. I'm not saying that she's not a nice person or things like that. But if Obi Land is contacting you and telling you that this woman's been, they're looking for this girl, more than likely this woman has done a lot of damage. And I just showed y'all a video on how easy it is to be scoped. Got a little bit more for you here.
It's lame to me. I'm not the police. I'm not Batman. I'm not Robin. I'm not Spider-Man. That's not my responsibility. As a black man, my responsibility is for me. Now, had it been somebody I knew, then I wouldn't have called the police. I would have called my homies and we would have handled it a different way. Or I would have maybe contributed. But it's somebody I don't know, some guy from England who's running the thing where he catches the women and that's scoping people. Cool. But that's not what we do from where I'm from. And I don't think
But it could be somebody that you do know the next time that gets scoped by this girl. That's what I'm saying. It could be somebody that you do know that gets scoped by this girl. And they do not stop. She's going to keep doing it and doing it and doing it. She's probably doing it now at this moment. More than likely, she probably is. Let's see here. Local Colombian man got into a taxi. He got beat up and got drugged by driver left him with a black guy and the scar on his nose. Yep. Let's see. Colombian guys also Colombian guys also scopolamine. I talked with one Colombian guy. He told me that he was drugged. Yeah, that's what I told you. I told you at the beginning of this live that women and men get scoped. Women too. Women get scoped. Men, Colombian people get scoped too. But I'm telling you, man, what he should have done is that he should have either break away from the girl, tell the girl, like, hey, something came up, because I'm not going to be around this scopolamine queen. Because they got so many ways of drugging you. I heard that they do have a drug that they can put on your skin and then knock you out. They do have that. They do have drugs that would come in contact with your skin and with your hand. It can disable you. It's true. But she's going to be waiting for you. She's going to get you one way or another. Easy to do it for an old interview Tony had with Carl Pereira. He said back in the day, men used to scope women like, yeah. Nowadays, women are morally doing it. Yeah. Yep. Colombians scope each other. Yeah, they do. It's been going on. We forgive you, Tony. Why you say we forgive you? What's that about? Arizona, how you doing? What do you mean we forgive you, Tony? I don't understand. What do you mean by that, brother? I'm just curious. How you been, Arizona? What do you mean by that? That we forgive you? I'm just telling people how to be safe out here, man. That's all. And I'm not trolling the Flyboy way. He's great channel, great person. Gives a lot of good information. I don't troll nobody, but when I saw this video, I was like, wait a minute. I must tell you though, they do it to us more because we know Colombians don't trust us. Yeah, see, they know that you guys see what it is. They know that you are coming down there for. They know what you're coming down there for. They know you're coming down there for S tourism. They know that you're coming down for there. So they're waiting for you. They are waiting for you. Oh, I'm going to Cuba. Oh, that's going to be nice. I would love to go there to Cuba. That would be great. When you go in Arizona, when you go to Cuba, are Americans allowed to go to Cuba? Let's see. That is very scary. Colombia is so a narco state. If folks were wise, they would research the 1960s to now with the FARC. Yeah, the Cali cartel. Relations to Venezuela. Yeah. Yep. Unfortunately, I don't think that's ever going away. That is not going away. Yeah, they do. Yeah, it's just part of the culture down there. Because you guys remember I had the Colombian woman that came named Anita. She told us everything about the dangers of scopolamine. And she gave us a lot of good information. She gave us a lot of good information about scopolamine. But now they're using other drugs besides scopolamine now. They're clonazepam. They're using that stuff and ketamine. They use another drug called ketamine. But those drugs are extremely, extremely dangerous. Because those girls, they're not nurses. They're not nurses. Those women are not nurses. They don't know the dose. Somebody can give you the wrong dosage. Instead of giving you 1 drop, they can give you 3 drops. And the guy who I showed you that got scoped on here on Obi-Land, he didn't drink the whole glass. And he was out for 2 days. You had 12 people on here. Couldn't you see them? Yeah, I seen I had 12 people on here. Yeah, well, channel's growing a little bit. Yeah, I had 12 people on here. Couldn't you see them? Yeah, I saw them. Yeah. Sometimes the numbers are kind of funny on here, though. So, let's see. Marcus, the problem is they want to blame everyone for what else wrong doing. Knowing the table returns, someone else blaming it. Yep. They will take it as well. Yep. Let's see. And the you give was just get back to return to remember that. Yep. But there are some nice girls down there that you can meet, though. I mean, if you go down there the right way, you wouldn't have to worry about it, because the number one thing is that normal girls don't come to your house at 3 o'clock at night. If any girl comes to your house at 3 o'clock at night, she's talking about she wants to come over, red flag automatically. Red flag. I had one girl just trying to get at me, and she was really thirsty. That was another red flag. I don't care about the doses, as our lives don't matter. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, the reason why I'm making a point about the doses is that they don't really know the dosage. And it doesn't take much for them to unalive you with it. That stuff is very dangerous drugs. Clonazepam is very, very dangerous. Because what those drugs do, it affects the central nervous system. Okay? That's what it affects. When you take too much of that stuff, it slows your heart rate and it slows your breathing. That's what usually unalives people. Because you remember, there's a part of the brain, I told you guys about that, I did a video on that. There's a part of the brain that's responsible for your heart rate and responsible for breathing, because you breathe involuntarily. You don't make yourself breathe. It's the brain that's making you breathe. And you don't make your heart beat. It's part of the brain that makes your heart beat. It's electrical impulse that's constantly fed through the central nervous system that cause you to breathe and cause your heart to have a heart rhythm. What that stuff do that they give you, it slows everything down. If they give you too much, it slows down to a very dangerous level. If you stop breathing, you're not getting oxygen to the brain. If the heart stops, the heart's not pumping blood through the rest of the body and the brain. And what happens? You die. Well, let me see. Well, I got a lot of people here. Let's see. They say that the average girl would take an average of 6 hours before they come to your house for the first time. Marcus, yes, before man was scopolamine. You said before man was scopolamine, women, other men rob other men. Now women are using it. Yep, they are using it. Absolutely. Anita said that they know that they are dangerous, but they don't. Right, absolutely. They don't care. Yep. They don't care how dangerous. And that's why I was talking about Flyboy. That woman don't care nothing about him. She was playing the long game. And she's trying to get his trust. She started crying. She didn't accept the money that she gave him. She was trying to say, oh, I'm a good girl. I'm a good girl. On the channel, Ringo's father, the hair person lured into the lounge. He goes to the lounge and get a bottle of service with the lady that brought him there. Then overcharge him. Wow. $872? And the staff took, wow. Wow, $872. That's crazy. Yeah, it should. Hopefully that happens. We'll see what happens. That's all we can do. Just wait and see. They took him back and extorted him with the goons. Oh, wow. Hey, you said this happened in Colombia? Wow. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Yeah, you gotta be careful, man. Wow. So this guy, he ended up giving them the $800. Wow, man. Yeah, guys, you gotta be very, very, very careful, man. You gotta be very careful. You know what? When I go to Colombia, I don't go to no lounges. I don't go to no clubs. I stay at the resort, man. Wow. He didn't present. He should have called the cops. They charged him $800. So, hey, you said that they charged him $800 for a bottle of wine. Not only did they take $872, but all the cryptos and other savings. He was robbed. That's a robbery. That's not a scam. He was robbed. He was robbed. Yeah, it don't have a taste or color. Right. Yeah, I remember the story that you was here, Easy, when you talked about those two girls that scope you. Yeah. Yeah, Colombia, man, you gotta be really careful with that place, man. Yeah, but they're using that clonazepam now. That stuff is a liquid. It comes in a bottle, and it's more potent. It's more potent than scopolamine. Just one drop would knock you out. It's called clonazepam. Let me see if I can find it for you guys. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can find it. I'm going to show you guys this stuff. Wow. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. 1 minute. I'm going to show you the stuff that they use. Yeah, I got it right here. Hold on 1 second. One second. Let me see, they got the liquid kind. Wait a minute, hold on, let me get in here. I'm gonna show you what they use. Yeah, okay, here we go. Okay, just 1 second, I'm gonna come back. And I'm gonna share the screen with you guys. I'm gonna share it. 1 second. I'm gonna share the screen. This is what they're using. Y'all see it right there, the blue bottle right there. That's clonazepam right here. Dangerous stuff. Right here is clonazepam. And they keep it in their purse. And you see that it's a liquid form. And so what they do is they take it and they put it on their finger. When they hand you your drink, they dip the finger in your drink. And it'll knock you out just like that. Or they just give you enough to make you feel, dazed, Yep, that's what it is, guys. Let me see. They pour this crap in lounges in the Philippines. Yes, they do. Yeah, I heard in in Thailand, those girls, the girls that be out there be trying to drag you in. If you have a drink with them, they'll charge you. And they have the goons that get you if you don't pay. That's why I don't go to lounges. I don't go to no lounges. I don't go anywhere. I go to the parks and stuff like that. I do family stuff. I don't deal with that nightlife. I wouldn't even buy nothing for preference. I eat, drink, everything at the hotel. Everything. I don't trust nobody. Extortional scams. Yep, you're right. Colombia is the capital of drugs, so that's really a surprise. Yeah. So is that really a surprise? Yeah. But it could kill you like Scope. Yeah. This is worse than scopolamine. Clonazepam. See, it is given 1 milligram per 5 mLs. Look at this. Let me see if I can make this bigger so y'all can really see it. Now, can you see it better? Let me see. Okay, let me escape there. Yeah, this stuff here is dangerous. It's extremely dangerous. You don't want to mess with that stuff, man. That's worse than scopolamine. Wait a minute, hold on, let me show you something else too. Let me see. Hold on 1 second about the dosage. Hold on. Let me see. Yep, see, listen, okay, y'all see this? Clonazepam liquid can be dangerous due to the high risk of overdose from improper measurements, potential for addiction and dependence, and severe adverse interactions with other substances. The liquid formulation requires extreme care because of possibility of accidental overdose, sedation, or respiratory depression. Did you guys see that? Right here. This is what I told y'all, respiratory depression. And it can put you into cardiac arrest. Don't sleep on the African countries either. They don't want drugs. But some of them, like maybe Nigeria, is trying to pull scams too, or like in Kenya. Yeah. I know this certain individual is having a time in Kenya, and I'm not gonna say who it is, but you know, the worst thing you can do is bring unwanted attention to yourself. That's why I was trying to say in the past, overseas make no difference. People die everywhere. There are sex offenders, kidnapping, robbery, kidnapping. See, I would even trust the hotels in Colombia. They found too many foreigners there. Didn't know that it happened. Well, the place I go to, I don't go to any hotel. The place I go to, they take good care of me. I've been going there for years. And if I have any guests, they have to have a number one ID. And plus, they have police there. The police be walking around in the lobby. And they stand there in the cafeteria, too. So it's very well taken care of. Yeah, the reason why they find a lot of them unalive in their hotels is because they brought the wrong people up in there. That's how they found them unalive. And they eat and drink. If I have a girl in my room, if I did, I would not eat or drink anything. Eat or drink anything. For number one, they have to have an ID. Okay. And then at the front desk, they scan the ID and paperwork comes out and they have to sign receipts that comes out. So they know who they are, they know their name, they know that the ID is real. You know, so I have layers of security, you know. But like you said, nothing's 100% though. Yeah, that's true. You're 50-50 white because social media is all over the world. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you have to be careful. Yeah, I would, like I said, I would stay away from the dating apps. The dating apps, no good, no good, no good. But you know what? When I was at the mall, I met a lot of beautiful, nice young ladies at the mall. Some of them had some of them had jobs, doing something with themselves in school and in college. There are those type of women out there, but you have to do your homework. The only person that I slept overnight with in Colombia was Susie. The only one. The only one. She's the only person that stayed overnight. But I will not allow anybody else to stay overnight. But it took me, like I said, it takes, I usually try to vet a girl at least about a couple, maybe 2 to 3 years, Someone could do something to the breakfast at the hotel, and some found that there was no record or photo of the visitor. You know what, to be honest with you, I've never heard of that happening in Colombia. I'm not saying that it doesn't. The only time I usually hear about people getting drugged is when they bring working girls and they drink around people that they don't know. That's when it always happens. Who else did I forget? Who else did I forget, Marcus? Who else did I forget? No, she didn't spend a night, actually. She didn't spend a night. Esther, Miss G, yeah, no, she didn't spend a night. She left the night. I'm talking about spend a whole entire night until the next day, like when the sun comes up. No, she never spent the night. She spent part of the night, but she didn't spend the whole night. She left late at night. Yeah, it's dangerous, but it's dangerous everywhere. Because, I've heard of people, you got to just use universal. One thing in the hospital that we learned a term called using universal precaution. You got to use universal precaution. Universal precaution is treating everyone as infectious. You know what I'm saying? So you have to use universal precaution on everybody. But the thing, like people getting poisoned, like the restaurant workers poisoning people. No, I don't see that, because if that happens, they'd be open to a huge lawsuit, and they wouldn't want that. I never had no problems of them doing that. But guess what? I told you guys I was drugged before at a lounge here in Detroit. Actually, me and my ex-girlfriend. Yes, we got drugged here in Detroit, Michigan, not in Colombia, but here. So you can get drugged anywhere, man. That's why I tell you, never leave your drink unattended. Never leave your drink on the table, even if you have people that you know that's watching your drink. If you get up and have to leave your drink, that drink is contaminated. And that's in any restaurant, anywhere. Because you got a lot of crazy people out there that will try to spike your drink. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, like I said, you can walk around the mall and you can meet a lot of nice girls at that mall. I want to play this clip one more time and show you how easily this guy was scoped. I want to show y'all some of y'all probably didn't see this. Hold on one second. He got scoped really fast. Let me see, where's that video at? Let's see. Let me see.
I met her on Bumble.
Yo la encontré en una aplicación de
Bumble. And then She Scopolamine me a month ago. Stole everything.
Obiland agents outside confirm all is fine.
Inside the restaurant, she was charming. She was asking me so many questions about what type of telephone I have, what computer I have.
And see, that's a red flag right there. If you meet a girl, just ask you what type of telephone you got, what type of those are not normal questions. So that's a red flag. When girls ask questions like that, just walk away. That's like, oh, you know what? I'm feeling sleepy right now. I don't feel good. I'll talk with you later. That's what he should. But he was trying. There was the Obiland team was trying to catch this girl, this Scopolamine queen.
Everything about the products and the money.
Say hello.
I was expecting maybe other type of girl, but the girl was really high class, beautiful. She was really sexy and charming. I was really careful to don't fail this mission, to don't say something bad in the restaurant. So I start charming her as well. She kissed me in this restaurant, so that was a good sign the mission will be a success.
The Obiland agents outside the restaurant survey the area diligently, keeping a low profile, avoiding being seen. Meanwhile, the agents responsible for detaining the predator are waiting patiently for Piotr's signal. Piotr then calls her guy and gives him a very surprising update.
In this restaurant, La Repubblica, we order food and we order drinks. And I was sure she tried to poison me in this restaurant. She poisoned me a little bit, not hard, but a little bit, because I start feeling 20 minutes later bad.
Be safe. Don't drink nothing. Don't eat nothing. Eat, but just be always watching it. That's all. Yeah?
I don't know how it happened because I all the time watch of my food and drinks. But she poisoned me.
All right, we're literally like 30 seconds around the corner, so if anything, we're just gonna rush there. I'm gonna tell one of our guys to stand outside at the front. Yeah, police on standby.
Again, I was very worried that Piotr was gonna mess this up. I thought he was gonna fuck this up. Because Piotr, he doesn't even really speak good English. But he does what he could do. And he wanted to really be part of this project and part of the team and to really help us. Worried that Piotr may have been drugged, our guy orders Piotr to leave the restaurant immediately with the girl.
Piotr and Diana, they then head back to the apartment. You know, our adrenaline was pumping. We were like, you know, we were so excited. We have been chasing this girl for months.
I don't feeling good. And I...
Did you hear what Obiland said? They say they've been chasing this girl for months. That's what I'm saying. These girls, they are crafty, man. Those Scopolamine queens, they are very crafty. And they're hard to catch. They're very difficult to catch. Because what they do is they change their hair, they change their looks.
Open the apartment, I sit in the couch, and she see I am feeling worst, and she put her hand on my shoulder to calm me. I'll be more tranquilo, and then start order from Rappi because she want to drink tequila with me and poison me. I think. Poisoned me much more than I was.
Knowing the craziness that can happen in Colombia, while awaiting Piotr's signal, our guy says a quick prayer.
Dear Father God, please, I hope everything goes right, that there's no, you know.
Look what they doing. They're actually saying a prayer. Prayer is very important, guys.
Issues.
Restaurant, Obiland agents outside confirm all is fine.
Yep. But they caught the girl, though. They finally got her. Yep, they finally got that girl. It took them months to do it, but they finally got her. They finally got her. Sign of respect looking back. Okay. Remember, they are on a dating app. That's true. Let's see, after that, the one they had resurfaced. But you know what? It's a whole bunch of them out there. It's a whole bunch of scope queens out there. It's like organized crime. It's like there's a whole bunch of them. It's just not just one. They everywhere. And like I said, they know that you're coming. They know that you're coming. They know that you're coming, guys. They know that you're coming. They know that we're coming. Just like I said, only thing I could tell you guys.
Yours, right? Yeah, Scopolamine, un mes. Sí. Ella. Bravo. Who can translate? Who can translate? Who can translate? She stole everything from me. And she scoped me. I woke up 2 days later. I woke up 2 days later. I already talked to a detective. Sí, bravo.
What she do to you?
Okay, 1 month ago, I met her on Bumble.
Yo la encontré en una aplicación de
Bumble. And then.
See, another thing too, I want to tell y'all this, is that a lot of men, they go to these countries and they think that they're gonna sweep these women. They're gonna sweep these women off their feet. Can I be honest with you? They don't want to be swept off their feet. They don't. See, this guy here, I'm not trolling him, but he thought he was gonna come down to Colombia, meet a girl, fall in love, and go back to the States with her. No, it doesn't happen like that. They don't think of you that way. You can't put everyone in the same category for someone else doing. Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true, man. But that's the mistake they make. They do the same thing in Thailand. The same thing. And you know what? I did a video about men getting scammed in Thailand. Oh my God. I'm talking about it be these old men. It be these old men. Okay? Well, not like really old, but retirees. They be giving these women $50,000. One guy lost $100,000. Their whole retirement. I did a video on this. There was one guy who fell in love with a girl. And she played the role, the long game. She played the long game with this guy. And she came into his house, his apartment, cooking him dinner. You know what I'm saying? Giving him all the pussy he wanted, everything. She really gave this man everything he wanted. Cook his breakfast, cook his lunch, give him massages. I mean, she mellowed him out really good. So guess what she said? She said, instead of us living in this hotel, you can save money. Let's buy a house. She talked him into buying a house in Thailand. But red flags should have went up then, because in Thailand, foreigners cannot own property. They cannot own property. So let me tell you what he did, what she talked him into doing. Let me tell you what she talked to him of doing. She said, we can get a house, but we can put it in my name. So what this guy does, he withdraws $50,000 out of his account. $50,000, okay? He takes $50,000 out of his account and wires it to Thailand, right? And he buys the house and he puts the house in her name. Guess what happens? A few days later, she disappears. She said that she had to go take care of some business with her family. So she took off with the keys. He still had his hotel, but he still had the house for her, for them to be in the house together. She takes off and she never comes back. And he finds out that she ended up flipping the house. She gets the house, she buys the house, she flips the house for the cash, and she scammed him out of $50,000. This is real. I'm not making this up. This is how crafty these women in Thailand and Colombia are. Women are, and they're very crafty. I was scammed before too. I was scammed. Let me tell you this. I was scammed out of $500 by a girl. Here. $500. I was scammed out of $500, which is not big, but I met this. Let me tell you this. I never told y'all this story. I met this girl at work, right? Where I work at, and she worked in the cafeteria. Very attractive girl. Yep, she had some nice cakes on it too. It was real nice. Okay. So me and her, she comes over. I'm eating my lunch. She comes over. I said, why are you sitting here by yourself all the time? I said, well, I always sit by myself on lunchtime. And I told her, I said, well, you know what? I've been checking you out. Maybe we can get to know each other. Can we exchange phone numbers? And she said, sure. I said, maybe we can go to the show together, go get something to have a date or something. And she said, that would be terrific. So we planned to get together that weekend. I picked her up. We went out to get something to eat. She had her bag with her and stuff. Oh, you're going to spend the night? Wow. I didn't know she was going to spend the night. So, we started dating each other. So as time went on for about 2 weeks, I'm thinking everything's cool between me and this girl. I used to have to pick her up for work and take her to work and stuff like that because she didn't have her car. She said her truck was in the shop. And she kept bringing that up about her truck. Kept saying, man, Tony, I'm so tired of you have to come pick me up all the time. Why don't you, I need to get my truck out of the shop. So finally I broke down. I said, okay, we're going to get this truck out of the shop. I said, how much it costs to get your truck out of the shop? She said $550, about $600. I said, okay, what we do is I'll pick you up from work. We'll go to the bank and withdraw the money. And we'll go to the dealership and we'll get your truck out. So I pick her up, we go to the dealership. We walk towards the front desk. And say, I'm here to pick up this young lady's truck, So I give her the money and I walk away. But something strange was going on. So she comes back to me. She said, okay, we all done. Let's go. I said, wait a minute. You're supposed to get your truck out the shop, right? So I'm expecting her to be driving her vehicle home if we went there to pick up the truck, right? She said, no, they told me they're not quite ready. They're not quite ready to be picked up yet. They told me come back. I take her back home, drop her off, go back to my place. And after that, I've never seen her again. And when I seen her, when I used to call her, say, hey, what's up? When you come, when we gonna hang out? She always had an excuse. And I said, did you get your truck out yet? She's still not. She's so called. She said she's still never. She said that they found something else wrong with the truck. She disappeared. Never seen her again. But when I did see her at work, so when she saw me, she acted like she didn't even know who I was. She totally ignored me. And I found out from other employees that she had a boyfriend that was coming and picking her up and taking her to work, even when I was seeing her. She lied. So I say to say this: anybody can be scammed. Anybody can. Yep. I've been scammed before. Yeah, guys, you just have to pray, man. You just have to pray. You have to pray to God, man. Just pray that God will send you the right person, Because there's people out there that mean you no good. They mean you no good. They mean you no good. And I'm not saying all the girls in Brazil and Colombia and all these foreign countries are bad. There are people who have been fortunate enough to find a good girl, I found a good girl, but I messed up. I messed that up. I know I found a good girl and I messed that up. Yep, I messed it up. Sometimes you just can't look at appearance all the time, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta look past that, Yep, so I am going back this month. I'll let you know. I will be streaming from Colombia, from the resort, okay? Oh, brother, I'm getting it. I've been getting it, bro. Have I made mistakes? Yes, I made mistakes. We all make mistakes, Marcus. We all make mistakes. And that's why I come over here to tell you all how to move. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you all to go through the same thing that I've been through. A lot of you guys are young. Willie Brown, what's up, brother? Oh, you left me. Willie Brown, you are the greatest, man. I love you so much, Willie Brown. Thank you. Let me see. You got a cash up. Thank you for the cash up, Willie Brown. Thank you, sir. Let me see how much I got to get. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Willie Brown. Thank you for your support, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. Willie Brown is in the house, man. Let me give Willie Brown a standing ovation, what he just did. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let's go down here. All right. Let's give this to Willie Brown. Thank you very much, Mr. Willie Brown. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much. And the money that you gave me, Willie Brown, I'm going to do a stream in Colombia of me and Barbie having a nice dinner. in a survey center, and that's on you, man. Thank you. Thank you very much. Wait a minute, you talk about the girl that scammed me out of $500, Arizona? You talking about that girl? That happened years ago. That happened years ago. So you remember, guys, when I get there, I'm going to be streaming from there, too. So we're just going to pray for our safety, man. We're going to pray for our safety. No. I don't want to be using. I don't want to see you used also. I don't want to see anybody on here used, okay? I don't want to see anybody on here being used by nobody. That's why I do these lives, guys. That's why I do it. That's why I'm on here right now. Yeah, but I've been used before. I ain't gonna lie. It's not very fun being used, I tell you that. Yeah, the one that got away. Yeah, at the romance tour. Yeah, I showed you guys pictures of that. Yeah, she was a good one. She was a good one. Like I said, she wasn't a supermodel like most of the girls that some of the girls that was in that romance tour, but she was pretty. She was very pretty. She was like maybe in the upper 30s, maybe 37, 38. Beautiful body. And she was one good kisser, man. Oh my God. She was very affectionate, very affectionate. Sometimes we would kiss in the kitchen in the Airbnb. We was at for about an hour. Just I'll pick her up and sit on top of a counter and we just kiss all freaking day. We just had such kiss. I just can't believe how I messed that up though. I messed it up over a female that had better yams on her body. That was just total lust that made me miss out on a good thing, you know. But I learned my lesson though. I learned my lesson. These are the type of guys I'm falling for. Yep. Then I'll sit there and think about that really genuine. She was very disciplined. Yes. She was a very disciplined girl. Yes, she was. She was very disciplined. And I made my final choice with her to my chaperone and my translator of the because when you're at the romance tour, you get a translated chaperone that coordinates your dates. You date in those romance tours, you date a lot. You date a lot of women, and you better have a lot of money too. It adds up quick. I say within one day, you spend over $100 in one day very easily, very easily. And these girls wanted to eat at restaurants. I'm talking about nice restaurants in Barranquilla, like the steakhouse and stuff like that. So just imagine, let me ask you a question. Just imagine going to a really good restaurant, but you're doing it maybe 4 or 5 times a day. You know what I'm saying? Because you have a date in the morning. Well, let me see. No, you have a date in the afternoon at 12. Then you may have another date at 2 o'clock. Then you may have another date at 4 p.m. And then you may have a date, around 6 o'clock. And you're paying the cab drivers and you're paying for the dates of all those girls. You can be out of $200 or $300 a day. You go broke very fast. Yeah, we cool now, but she was tripping. She didn't want me to, she wanted me to take all of her videos down off of YouTube. Yep. You talk about Kathy. Yeah, she's cool though. Kathy's cool. I'm gonna see her too. She's gonna bring her dog. We're gonna go to the park and walk her dog. She has a cute little dog named Pancho. He's a Colombian atomic dog. the Medellin atomic dog named Pancho. He's cute. He's a cute dog. He's a puppy. Yep, I think he's a puppy. And she is crazy about that dog. That dog is her life, man. Matter of fact, I think she just left me a message. Let me see. Did she? No, she didn't. Okay. I thought maybe she left me a message. Let me see. Did she leave me another message here? Maybe sometimes she'll leave me a voice message. Man, she can't wait till I come back to Medellin, boy. She's like waiting for me. Let me see. This is. I'm gonna show y'all something. I'm gonna let y'all hear something. She's crazy about her dog. I want y'all to listen to this. She's crazy about her dog. Listen to this. She love her dog. She's crazy about that dog. She's crazy about that dog. She's crazy about her dog. If she has no discipline, no guidance, no accountability, no structure, it's a problem. Yeah, you're right about that. You are absolutely right about that, man. Yes, sir. Wow, so everybody did come into the live today, man. I had up to 12 people. I'm trying to grow my channel, man. It's hard to grow your channel. It's not difficult. So hopefully when I go to Colombia, go back to Medellin again, I can hopefully get some more subscribers. It's growing a little bit, but it's not growing as much as I wanted to, you know. But Marcus, thank you very much again for the super chat. If any of you guys want to donate some money to the Cash App, please do so. That would really help my date with Barbie, okay? Yeah, that will help. You need things in life. If not, she's going to be one of those people falling into crime one day. That's why discipline is important. Yep, absolutely. Yep, Marcus, you should be a psychiatrist, man. People need to sit down and listen to you. You need to be a counselor or something. Yeah, I appreciate you guys for coming on tonight. First, I didn't think nobody else would come on. I apologize, man. This has been a very, very challenging week, man. I have to tell you guys some kind of unfortunate news. I'll tell you that next week, okay? Oh, yeah, Barbie, she's really nice, man. Barbie's a really good person. As fine as she is, as good looking as she is, very good people, man. Barbie is very good people. I talked to her and she's never asked for money. Never. Not yet, at least. Barbie is really cool. Really cool people. Yep. Let me see. Did I miss anybody? Well, guys, I hope you all got something out of this live tonight. I hope y'all got something out of it tonight, okay? You remember the economic collapse, guys. Get yourselves ready, man. Make sure you get yourselves ready for what's coming, okay? Make sure you have plenty of money put away. you should at least, they tell you should have at least 6 months of rent saved, you know, because I'm telling you, when things hit the fan, man, it's gonna be pretty rough. So, okay, guys, I just want to thank Marcus. Thank you for coming on as usual. Thank you, Arizona. Thank you, everybody, for coming, man. I appreciate it. I'm sorry for being late. Like I said, this last week was pretty rough. I didn't think nobody was going to come. I almost left alive, but everybody came in a little late. So I appreciate it. So, all right, I'm getting ready to get off. I know you all have to go to work in the morning, some of you guys. And I will see you guys on the next one. Make sure before everybody leave, hit that like button, please. Please, everybody to hear my voice. Make sure when you leave out of here to hit that like button. Okay? Okay, God bless. Thank you all for coming. And I will see you guys on the next live. And I'm packing, getting ready for the next trip. And we're going to see what happens. Okay, peace.